Goal here then is as you get down to that point, we're looking to try and sell it through the low. This is where the mentality comes in. You can't be scared to sell the low again. The idea is still good. As it starts to reverse now, you've got to be thinking, I need to get out of this. That's the key bit. Now you're in, this is a case of getting paid. Can you make money selling lows? Simple answer to this is yes. What we're going to look at is how you do it. Starting off with a plan. And then we're going to get into price ladder and go and see how exactly you execute this. Right, real nice and simple here then. What we're looking at is the S&P stuck in a range. It's traded through highs at the beginning of the week and it is now stuck in a bit of a range between 64.21 and 63.92. It therefore has positions built up. There are people long, there are people short in here. So on the exit of this area, some of them are going to be wrong. Some of them are going to have to get out. If you are long somewhere in this zone and we get below 92, you need to get out. And that selling is what should create a pretty quick move down, targeting 85, then 74, then 63. There we go. That's where we're going to go for this. Now, the key to being able to sell any low is understanding the way the market trades. You need pace, you need volume. If you don't have this, it's not going to work. So what we're going to go and look at is a little bit of a price ladder. If you want to know more about price ladders, we do loads of different stuff on price ladders. Check out the YouTube channel. Also click the link below. Come join one of our workshops where we'll combine price ladders with footprints and profiles as well. But what we're going to look at here is a bit on footprint and looking at a price ladder. How do you sell the lows of this? So remember these prices. We're looking to get short on a break of 92 with a target down at 85, 75, and then 54. Something else that's always worth looking at is where's the current low of the day. So you're looking down low over here at 96 3/4 from the previous day. The actual low of the day at the time was then 97.5. That's really helpful. So here we go. You can actually see the low of the day at this point in time on the footprint is coming in at around about 97.25. So the goal here then is as you get down to that point, we're looking to try and sell it through the low. Is it quick at the minute? Not particularly. And this is where the temptation to sell comes in. You sell the low, doesn't go. It stalls and you think, well, let's give it a chance. As it starts to reverse now, you've got to be thinking, I need to get out of this. This could just be a bounce off the low and quite a fast move. So chasing up further, get out. Actually fat finger long. If you ever fat finger, get out of this fast. So what we've done here is sold the low and managed to lose money pretty quickly. This is where the mentality comes in. You can't be scared to sell the low again. The idea is still good. So now we have broken that low of the day, 97.5. Now we're okay. You've got that 200 lot on the offer, which is acting as a bit of protection for you as well. And the thing is, if you're going to be a breakout trader, and this is the way I always started off, I was always a breakout trader. It's something that I think a lot of traders are, or at least want to be. One of the things you have to be, or have to not be scared of, is having another go. Because to cover those losses that were just taken by selling 97 and getting out at 00, to cover that, you need to be on the ones when they actually break as well. So don't fear losing out. Now we've got a situation where we are starting to break down. We've just gone through 92, taken out a bunch of large orders. This is looking good now. This is where you can start to feel confident that this trade is going to work. Another key to selling lows is being willing to then hold it to target. If your first target is 85, you don't want to be getting out 2 points below that 92 level low. And at this point, again, it's where you then hold back. You know what the play is. You know what the targets are. Get your bids in. Get your bid down at 75. Get your bid down at 85 and wait it out. You've done the hard work with the entry. The entry is the bit that requires that sort of mentality, the appreciation of what's going on the ladder. That's the key bit. Now you're in, this is a case of getting paid. So now we've got the targets there. If we get to those targets, brilliant. Take something off at 85. Then let's see if we can get down towards 75. And whilst this feels frustrating, we're not quite getting there and it seems to stick at 86. This is fine. We've got a bit of protection as well. So we've now covered part of the position down at 85. And what I'd be thinking here is we're okay. 75 still the target. And as long as you're below 92, remember that was the big level. That was the break of that pink box. As long as you're below there, this is still good. You've also got the element of a little bit of protection. As we'll see just above, if you look at where 92 is, you're actually at a point where you've got this little pocket of low volume on the ladder. And that little pocket of low volume that you can see just below the yellow box now is your safety. That's the area where sellers completely took control. So until we trade up to there, we're fine here. You're in a good position. We're going to try and hold this down towards 75. Also, don't be afraid of selling the break of 85. This is still ultimately a level. Yes, you've just got out at 85.5. But if this picks up pace through here, you should be willing to sell again. So get your cursor there. Be ready to sell it. So we tick down. Still a little bit slow. So we're not quite ready to sell. Remember last time we sold when it was slow. You need a bit of pace in this. You need a bit of a sort of injection of volume. There we go. So that quick flash through. And again, it doesn't sustain that movement. It's just a flash. So the weight goes on. Now the low is that little bit further down, 83.5. Still no problem. You can still be willing to try and sell 83.5 as we go through here. So what are we looking for? We're looking for pace again. We're looking for this to quicken up, more and more volume coming in. And here we see it once more. Again, it's a flick down and flicks back. It's still not really giving us anything. It's traded 83 now. We want to see this sort of sustain. There we go. A little bit more sort of pace in it. It's not bouncing off the lows. Then we got that drive through. It traded down to 81. It was subtle, the difference there, don't get me wrong, but it actually managed to get through and stay through. So now we're looking good. 75 is your next target. That's where we're going to be going for. And you just saw a flash of 500 lots on the offer there. You can use this. This is the first passive entry, but using that large order, and you see it gets filled on the footprint. The footprint, it then shows it filled just here. Another one appears. So you can keep selling. Use these as your passive entries, but also if we do start to rotate above them, you can get out. So now I managed to build the position up that little bit further. Get your bids in down at 75. So we're now out 75.5. We're still not bouncing back, out at 75. If you've got one left, if you've got part of the position left, now is the chance for it to run to 54. This has been a pretty steady sell-off. So get your stop in. If it comes back and gets you out at 76, you're getting out roughly at your target anyway. Get your stop in. This is what I would call a bonus trade. If this runs to 54 now, wonderful. You've taken an extra 20 points. If it doesn't, you've got out roughly where you would have wanted to get out anyway. So you're in a great position, whichever. So there you have it. Nice and straightforward. The answer very clearly here is if you do have a plan, if you know what you're looking for, if you can understand the order flow, this is really, really key. If you're not up on your order flow, go and watch some of our other YouTube videos, but come along to a workshop. We'll walk you through some of these order flow trades. Get onto that, understand order flow, because that's how you play breaks off lows.